Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the CornbreadReturns YouTube channel. We are doing our Let's Play of BattleTech. We are in 1.4 after the big 1.3 patch. A lot of changes to the gameplay, a lot of changes to the way that progression works. So I decided, hey, let's do a brand new campaign from the beginning. There's also that new career mode. We will eventually get around to doing a career. It will be on the YouTube page, but welcome. It is a new channel that I am doing. I really appreciate if you're here. If you like what you've seen so far, please hit that subscribe and like. It helps more than you guys could think. But you know what? Thank you so much for coming no matter what. Welcome to episode 3. We have just finished the first mission that you're kind of forced into during the campaign. We were betrayed. We didn't get paid. Now we're lost. We're like, what the hell are we going to do now? We need money. We all lost money to the bank. Blah, blah, blah. Financial report in 30 days. Great. We are in bed. But we are now in control for the first time of the vessel. We can go where we want to go. We can find the loot that we want to find. Give me the loot. Give me the loot. So we're pretty much in charge of our own contracts. We can mess around with our mech bays, all that kind of stuff. Great. Look at this. Hey, we're actually going to get paid. It's in the Badlands. Of course it's in the Badlands. I never get anything that gives me cooldowns. Let's go. First things first, let's check out our mech warriors, see if they need any sort of upgrades. Hey, look, we do have some experience to spend, and why not? We should spend it. So, man, Miranda, I like the fact that she has guts. I'm going to give her... Oh, wow, she doesn't have enough experience. Let's go Cornbread. I'm going to do multi-shot. And you know what? I am going to go... Instead, as much as I love getting more melee hits, it's really not as important as the guts are. More health, and eventually, this is what we're really after with Cornbread. We are after Bulwark. And then we're probably going to be after this, which is Breaching Shot. If Cornbread is going to be going after... with autocannons in that blackjack that he has, then Breaching Shot could be super clutch, because you can combine it with multi-shot on 2 different targets, 1 autocannon each, and that basically ignores cover, ignores guarded, all that kind of cool stuff. Just goes right through, and it can deal some devastating damage. Guts too. The Bulwark is just so good. If you're gonna have gunners and guts, that's my jam. If we have a scout, his name is Decker. We will get him some tactics so he can do some sensor locks on guys. Maybe we'll push him up the piloting side of things. He has no specialties yet, but yeah, I think this is looking pretty good here. So we'll go ahead and confirm that. Go back to the behemoth. You know what? I'm gonna save it. This does nothing for me. No, it does nothing for me. I'm going to save her. Orders? Decker, like I said, he has no specializations yet. 1 unsteady threshold. I really want to work him up the chain to get the sensor lock. If he's going to be in our scout, he's going to be in our light mech. This is a really nice skill to have. It could really put us at an advantageous position if we get some long mechs with some long-range weapons like LRMs. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that with Decker. Looking at Glitch, she's already got the gunnery tactic. So I think I'm also going to move her up the guts chain when I get enough experience. She doesn't have enough now. Was Glitch on my original mission? I don't know if she was. I feel like she was. It's probably because she's already got this. Either way, let's get a guy who's a really good pilot. And we'll feel pretty good about that. It's nice to have some kind of... It's nice to have some versatility. Now, these guys are going to get injured. We're going to lose some people. I'm pretty sure we're going to lose some people. Because this is a straight playthrough. We're not going back and then say, you're going to lose people in this game. We're going to lose people. But it's nice to have a really good variety of skills and positions within your crew. Just to make it nice. 4 out of 8 bursts. So technically, I think I could get more people. But I do not need any more people right now. Let's go to the mech base. Let's make any changes we want. Okay, so first of all, we got to repair our spider. Okay, that's a locust. I was wrong about, in my other video, the spider. It is a 30-ton mech. It's just not really my favorite. I much prefer the Jenner. And in fact, since I'm not going to be running this mech in particular, I just don't think at all. I'm going to go ahead and put this into storage, and I should be able to save money on my maintenance costs of how many mechs that I have in this bay. So yeah, 4 mechs. We'll wait till the spider is ready to go. Just looking in storage, there's our locust that we just put in there. We got some components that we probably, collected during our last meeting. Everything is good. Let's go do actually, let's go to the leopard, which is our ship. Let's wait until our spider is ready to go, and then we will go ahead and take that contract. And you know what? Honestly, there we go. Honestly, we're probably going to be looking to get some money here. Just because money will eventually become an issue. Now, technically, I think you get, by getting more salvage, getting more mechs, they sell for a lot more than 218,000 on average. They sell for over that. And in general, you save a bunch of money when you get weapons and other things like that in terms of parts, because you don't have to buy them, right? So you're not only getting weapons that you're going to use, you don't have to buy them. You're getting other mechs that you possibly sell. In general, it's just better. But you know what? Right now, it's the difference between picking out 2 and getting 6. You know what? The 50,000 difference, that's really stupid. This is a nice balance. This lets me pick out 2. I get 8 total, and I still get around 70K, which will put us over the million mark. I feel pretty good about this. Pays for repairs and shit like that. And honestly, if there's any sort of like bonuses or whatever in this mission, we'll be able to get a little extra dough. I'm feeling pretty good about this right now. I'm not going to go for the max cash payout. I feel like that's a bad long-term investment, and right now I've got plenty of funds to float the bank. Here we go. Let's do it. Let's go F some shit up. Now, this is one where I have to travel for, so technically I wouldn't even have to wait. It was kind of a waste of time even waiting. I could do some modifications to some of my mechs, but I don't know if I'm ready to do that yet. I don't know if I'm ready to say I would want this on this mech or this on this mech. Okay, here we go. You're on the Leopold. Wow, Cornbread. You know what, guys? I'm gonna level with you. It's Friday night. It's 8:55 Central Standard Time in Minneapolis, Minnesota. I have been drinking a little bit of wine. If I say Leopold instead of leopard, you're just gonna have to bear with me. I really appreciate it. I'm 30 years old. I'm a grown-ass man. I'm gonna drink wine. You're on Leopard's Bridge with Sumir, Yang, and Darius. For the daily staff briefing, Darius says, we've received 3 messages from the banks. Loan sharks. Samir cuts in. From the people who are financing us. Darius continues, yeah, there's loan sharks and then there's financiers. It's just a nicer name for loan sharks. They're considering rewriting the terms of our loan so it'll be easier to seize the ship if we miss a payment. As usual, they're not only doing this because they believe we can't fight. They're only doing this because we can't fight it in court. Sweet talk the banks, ignore the messages, educate the banks about their mistake. You know what? I'm going to sweet talk them, right? I feel like that's the right thing to do. I'll talk to them, you say. The meeting was on after you record a response. Hey, excuse me, I was getting a little parched. In it, you explain with much gravitas that you selected each of the banks for their prestige and reliability. You remind them of your impeccable payment history. You conclude by expressing your desire for a long and fruitful financial relationship with them. This is always what I do on the phone with, customer service reps. Hinting that you might seek additional loans when your current ones are paid in full. A few days later, the bank's contact you say the previous message is sent in error and should be ignored. Look at that. I sweet talked my way out of it. Actually, that reminds me of a story. The processor that's in this computer is actually quite old now. It is an i7-3770K. I had one that I totally effed up about 4.5 years ago when I was trying to delit it and overclock the living crap out of it, which I eventually did with the one that's currently running. And I completely botched it. I fried it. It wouldn't work anymore. I sent it into Intel. They sent me a letter and they said, Cornbread. They didn't call me Cornbread, but you know what I mean. They said, hey man, you tampered with the processor. I'm sorry, we can't replace it. I said, we're going to go in the mech bay really quickly. But to continue my story, I said, you know what? I know I did this. It was wrong. It was stupid. I shouldn't have done that, but I've been a lifelong Intel customer. I love you guys. I'm going to be an Intel customer forever. Can I speak to a manager? I'm sure I can make my case. So I said, okay, I'll let you talk to my manager. So I talked to the manager and I said, look, I understand. I understand that you don't have to cover this. I'm just asking you to do it because I'm a loyal customer. I love Intel. I'll love you guys forever, and I will. My next processor is going to be, I'm going to buy Intel for the rest of my life because of this. And the lady said to me, you know what? We'd be happy to do that. It just goes to show you guys, being polite to those customer service reps, not being a huge dick, you get a lot further in life than you would think. So I got at the time, very expensive. I was broke as living piss. I couldn't afford another processor. I was like, 24, 25 years old. I could not afford another processor. They saved my butt, and it's the only reason it's still running today. Fantastic. I got the thing overclocked like 4.8 gigahertz. Thing's just a workhorse. I love it. But yeah, just another thing. Sweet talking. Works every time. Sweet talk the banks in BattleTech. Sweet talk Intel in real life. God bless. I just wanted to check this out. I don't know if I'll be able to do very much, but in my experience, I really liked putting a couple AC5s on this. And here I just don't have any. 4 medium lasers. And honestly, this isn't even a lot of armor. This thing doesn't even have a lot of armor in it. It's heavily weighted in the arms. And that actually makes sense. If I hit this max armor button right now, look at how much look at how much it just favored. I'm gonna revert. But look at that. Look at how much it favored the innards over the arms. Because the arms are where my weapons are. And I think that that's probably still the right way to go. Now, if I was willing to ditch one of... I'm not willing to ditch one of the heat sinks. That'd be insanity. If I was willing to ditch one of the medium lasers, I could put another jump jet on this. And I'm not going to do it now, but I'm going to make a mental note that is something that we will consider. Because the Blackjack, as much as I love it, it is not very mobile. PPC, medium laser, a small laser. Now, here's the thing about this one that I just do not understand. If I'm going to be using this Vindicator, I got a lot of travel time. I got 6 days of travel time. The small laser, what sense does that make anyway? The heat efficiency is really, really good. Alpha Strike. Well, what if I took off that? Look at that. As the Alpha Strike becomes, that's significantly less. The small laser is insignificant to me. This mech already does decent damage when you melee. I don't think it needs a small laser attached to it. I really don't. In fact, so much so that I'm considering upgrading that LRM-10 and pulling off one of those heat sinks. What the one thing I will say, 2 tons, and this is 5 if I'm not mistaken, it is. Let's just think about this for a second. Honestly, carrying an LRM-5 and 120 rounds of LRM ammo is just almost stupid. It's almost just dumb. And honestly, it's like I'm not carrying this medium laser. Because and if you think about it, when I fire the PPC and the LRM-10, I'm not going to be firing that medium laser a lot of the time. And so if you think about that, that pretty much balances out the heat on this particular mech. And now all of a sudden I'm just dealing with a little bit less armor, which you just saw get redistributed. Now if I go back, you can see how they have the armor balanced on this. But if I take this off and I just way cut down that, and I take this off and I put that LRM-10 on and I pop off one of those heat sinks, I'm looking at a slight armor reduction across the board. And I can take down this a little bit. I can take down that. I can take down that. I can take down my legs a bunch, which I will. And now we're really close. How about More on that arm. Yeah, this is how the computer would do it. They just take it off that. Let's go like that. And I think I'm really happy with this. I think I'm really happy with this. I know it doesn't reflect it in the firepower, and it's like you're becoming less armored and less heat efficiency and all that stuff. But you know what? Honestly, there's just no point in carrying around an LRM-5 with 120 rounds of missile. When are you ever going to use that in a mission? I don't like that. So I'm going to go ahead and say, yep, I really feel good about that. It's a good rearmament of our stuff. I like that. That's only 7 days. We have 6 days of travel. We should be fine, but you know what? Just because of that, I am going to... Let's go ahead and ready this. Yeah. Let's go ahead and ready that.
Got it.
And in fact, we're going to manage the tasks, and we're going to put that ahead because I really want to make sure that we have enough mechs. I want to make sure we have enough mechs to do this mission just in case we run up against the clock. And that's all I'm going to do right now. I'm going to feel pretty good about it. Worst case scenario, I have to go in with 3 mechs, and that would not be ideal. But you know what? I think we'd be okay. We may have just made a horrible mistake. But either way, the Locust will be ready. So, yeah, we're just traveling. We just hit our jump jet. There's a big star map. But I believe in the campaign for right now, I'm pretty limited to just the contracts that I have available to me at this time. Let's go ahead and pause right here. Let's go into the mech bay just to make sure that that Locust, is this outfit with any guns whatsoever? It is not. I didn't think so. No firepower, huh? That makes me feel better. Let's do that. Yeah, it's... I mean, it was left down there, no event. Oh, yes, that's true. I'm trying to think what this had on it before. It probably has support, right? So it probably had a couple of small lasers. And a machine gun. Which I'm actually okay with. And a little bit of machine gun ammo. And that's 20 tons right there. And you know what? I'll be, parrot. I'm actually fine with that. Yeah. It's going to take a little while. Which is why we're going to just go with our Vindicator. Yeah. Not yet. Two, 1, 0. There we go. Okay, yeah, we have that thing ready. That's great. We have 4 mechs, which means we should be able to launch the contract with a full... Yes, we're going to be ready to go. With our Spider, we actually are going to outfit our Locust because I was just thinking about this. If we do get in a situation where we have to go and we don't have enough mechs ready to go, we're going to need that guy. So let's go ahead. Let's get all our guys in here. We are going to go with a pretty classic situation here with a lot of people we'll be encountering in the beginning of the game. The Vindicator, who do I want to put on this mission? Now, I'm pretty sure I had Glitch and Behemoth on here. And pretty sure Behemoth was here and Glitch was there. I'm going to go with that standard. That's pretty standard deployment right there. And I'm going to feel okay with it. I don't like this Spider still. I think it's a ludicrous amount of jump jets that this thing has on it. And only 2 lasers. But in reality, if you look at here, right, I mean, you could put a large laser on, but you'd just be in weight restriction territory. And you could do something with the support weapons, but honestly, it's probably a pretty good loadout. I just don't like spiders. So, here we go. Wahoo. Wahoo indeed. Actually, I really like recording this game because it really turns out to be where it's like, hey, like a perfect episode length. So it just works out. It's such a good game. Such a good game. God, turn-based strategy. So good. So good. Strategy is good. I grew up on games with the original Command and Conquer version of Command and Conquer. They released a Windows 95 version that ran at a higher resolution. You know, it was for elitist Command and Conquer players. This contract doesn't pay jack shit. But what are you gonna do? Oh, that's right. I negotiated that. I was like, man, wasn't this like a 200,000 plus gold mission or whatever? Ducats, that's what we're calling it. We're calling it ducats for all you EU4 players out there. We're calling it ducats. I actually called cash ducats in front of my dad the other night. He got a real good kick out of that. I think it was actually an old term for, believe it or not, I think ducats is actual old term for currency way back in the day. I've never actually Wikipedia'd that. Maybe I should, and it would tell me a lot more about it, you know, because Wikipedia is always right. It's never wrong. Nobody ever puts fake information on Wikipedia whatsoever. But ducats. Ducats is just such a good word. We're just gonna call cash. New channel rule. We're gonna call cash forever ducats. Let's Decker, this is like literally what you're for, buddy. I don't want to put you. You know what though? This many. I was gonna say, let's test your jump capabilities. This many pips of evasion. Bandit. That was pretty bold. That was pretty bold right there. But you know what? We're gonna enter combat now. So we're going to be okay. We'll just move everybody as far up as we can. Then we'll get into position and we'll be able to move. Decker should still, once we enter the combat phase, they're going to get to move their light little spider guy, and then I get to move my light little spider guy, and he missed. See, that right there, that's why you go 4 pips of evasion. Did he only have 1 medium laser? My God. Yeah, it's just so hard to hit these little frickers. Still 50. Seriously? That's a vehicle. That's a vehicle. I'm gonna go for the vehicle. We're taking out as many weapons as we can. That's my motto. I take out as many weapons off the battlefield as I can every time I have the opportunity. And this guy, there's a chance he takes him out. Oh, not enough. Sometimes that delay, man, it's a killer. Yep, so he's going to get to shoot. Okay, not that bad. Couple, like a small laser, not that bad. Taking these, like I said, taking these vehicles out is really important. Let's go ahead and jump. Yeah. How about what back here? Would the LRMs get a better chance? No, the LRMs, same chance.
Waiting on you, Commander.
PBC 55. I don't hate that.
Yes, Commander.
I don't hate that, but I don't love it. And I don't have nearly enough stuff for precision shot. You know what?
Good to go.
Well, nope.
Waiting for orders. Waiting for orders.
No.
Standing by.
Glitch. Sorry, Behemoth. Sorry, guys. I'm like... Okay. Cornbread, he has multi-target. So we're going to jump. The AC2s have a 60% chance. Do they get any better back here? No. Okay. Yep, that's what we're going to do. We're going to fire the AC2s after our buddy over here. We're going to go A. We're going to go B. This guy's going to die in like 2 seconds. He's flimsy as hell. Look at how much heat we're generating, though. We do not want to generate that much heat. But we are going to direct the AC2s back at that guy. And see, those can't even do anything. And we do not need this many lasers. So we're just going to start turning lasers off. I think 50 damage to that guy is enough to kill him. We're going to go with the AC2s. We're going to try to do our best. We're going to generate a little bit of heat, and we're not going to worry about it. There it goes. Look at that. I didn't even need both of them. I could have like omitted that from the attack. It'd be nice if one of these hit. There we go. Look at that. One of them hit. Beautiful. 25 damage. Does a ton of damage to a spider at that point. Generates a little bit of heat. I'll be happy with that. This vehicle is running over there. Not even to a place where he can shoot me, which is interesting. He lost one of his evasion pips.
What can I do for you?
Well, let me tell you what you can do. You can get into a position where you'll be able to fire. Well, yeah, that doesn't really do anything for me, does it? Well, that did better. That got me 70. Okay, yeah, let's try to take this guy out with our PVC. Once again, jump jets, Vindicator, I like it. I kind of like the weapon set of this guy. But looking at it, I still like that we put the LRM-10 on there. I'm not going to worry about it.
Here we go. Here we go.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And there's more where that came from.
I'm actually a little bit surprised that didn't end that guy's life.
Ready for orders.
Yep, and we'll be able to save a bunch of heat.
Acknowledged.
Perfect, 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 perfect. Let's shut off the SRM2, probably. Yes, let's shut off the SRM2. Although, you know what? Look at that. We're still heat neutral.
All weapons.
That completely missed. That was embarrassing. The laser missed. Wow. That was just horribly unsuccessful. You know, the one thing about recording versus streaming is you guys can't see my face. When I hit for nothing like that, that guy, the AI's face, if you could see it on that shot, would be like disgusted. My face is just disgusted sometimes. Okay.
Waiting for orders.
I don't think I get any more less or more evasion pips for this. Because look, it's still only 70. And 85 for 3. I'll take the less damage, the 30 damage versus the 50 potential with a good chance of hitting. There we go. Not perfect. I was hoping to destroy him. He's probably going to take a shot now at somebody. Oh, 2 medium. He does have 2 medium lasers. I wonder if he was just conserving heat in the first turn.
Commander. Good to go.
Goodness gracious. Really? Oh, wow. Really? Okay. Oh, great. You know what, though? Die. Please die. There we go. Look at that. All it took was a couple medium. Wow. That first shot was embarrassingly bad. Who's moving? Oh, this guy's moving to flank one of my guys. And he probably will destroy Pirate Lance. Okay.
Receiving you.
Really? My resolve is pretty low.
What can I do for you? What can I do for you?
That's better. That's better. I don't think it's going to take all that. For the... I'm trying to think about the heat. He's probably not in a position anyway. You know what? Go ahead. That's like no heat. That's if the PVC hits, it's over. Wow. Wow, okay. Good thing I fired everything. Man, I was thinking if the vehicle's squishy, PVC over, Pirate Lance almost destroyed. Let's see if I can move... Let's see. It's not even that good. Is this the Shadowhawk? You guys wonder why I rip on the Shadowhawk. Because even with all those freaking jump jets, it's still not even a mobile 55-ton mech. It's just that's all it is. There's a hunk of armor. A hunk of armor designed to take hits for everybody else. And it doesn't even work that well. I do not like the Shadowhawk. When I first played this game in the original patch, I was like, this is great. Shadowhawk, best mech ever. What a noob I was. All right.
Good to go.
Man, I can't even get close.
Commander,
Yeah, I kind of want you to sprint. It's rough terrain. That's forest. I can't. How about jump? Beautiful. And jumping allows me to get the right angle that I want. That's another amazingly underrated thing about jumping versus running. If you have jump jets that can get you almost as good as your run, you can angle your mech in any way you want versus if you're there we go, luring him back in. Plenty of evasion pips. Yep, doesn't even get hit. Versus if you're running and it's at the edge of your movement, you will be limited. I shouldn't say you will not. You will be limited in what you can do. There we go. You will be limited in what you can do in terms of moving your mech to point. And honestly, like, you usually want to be facing whatever you're going to take damage from. Let's go ahead and shut that PPC down. So we're still going to actually lose heat from just firing the LRM, and that's really all I want here. That LRM 10 should do plenty of damage. And there you go, look at that. See, if we had the LRM 5, guys, would we have killed that thing? No, we would not have. That was, I feel pretty good about that milk run, just as we expected. 70,000. Honestly, did I take any structural damage? It's just armor damage. It does not require to be done. It does not require. Outstanding. I have been recording for about almost 30 minutes now, guys, so I am going to go ahead and put a cut in here soon. We will just check out the menus. Maybe we'll do some more tweaks to some of our mechs here. We will take a look at it. I hate the Shadowhawk still, so you know how that goes. Let's just take a look at it. I get to choose two things. So, as much as I don't like spiders, I am going to take that as one of my two pieces. And the reason for it is there's nothing particularly appealing in here to me. But, and this is a big but, and I'm going to take the other SRM, I can sell it. If I produce a full spider, I can sell it for like 200 grand. And you know what, man? In the early game, when you're cash strapped, that cannot be understated. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm those. I'm going to get a bunch of other stuff. Nice. The SRM6, I ended up getting the LRM anyway, which is the other one I wanted. The SRM6 is great because they're kind of expensive. It's not like a plus or anything like that, but you know what? Honestly, it's good. It's a nice little piece for me. But either way, am I going to hit a cutscene here? Or some kind of scene. The Kellhounds Mercenary Command by Patrick and Morgan Kelly using the adherence of the Death Party. So, okay, I can't remember, man. I just care is consistent with those games. The MechWarrior games are based on the systems that this is. I'm going to assume the answer to that question is an unequivocal yes. But I'm not 100% sure. Outstanding. We got the Locust coming. We got a financial report in a couple days. Let's just go ahead and look at our contracts here before we put a cut in. We do have another contract here, and honestly, if we're looking at our mech bay, let's just double check, just make sure we don't have any repairs. This is something that's very easy to forget. I still hate the Shadowhawk, but for money reasons, for the fact that we have a financial report in 11 days, I am just going to do this contract. I'm going to wait till the next significant transportation option that you can see right here that requires me to move to a different planet. I am going to go ahead and wait. I'm going to wait on that. You can see in the star map, actually, all the places you can go. Right now, very restricted, as you can see. And there's no guarantees of any of those areas that there's actually contracts available right now. Very early game, no big deal. I am going to actually run this, though, for money purposes, because eventually I will have to pay for maintenance. I will have to select how much I want to spend on that maintenance. That could have an impact on my morale. So right now, we're like in cash generating mode, whether it's salvage or cash. I might make some kind of a cash run here with maybe trying to eke out 2 pieces of selected salvage. But either way, let's run another mission here. In the next episode, we will start that mission. I'm just going to check on our guys. Not a whole lot of experience here.
Ready for orders.
I do like increasing her gunnery. She is a guts and gunnery person, so we'll go ahead and do that.
Waiting on you.
Glitch.
Good to go.
Let's take piloting.
I hear.
Proceed.
And we'll stay tight for there. We're not gonna make any mech changes. We're literally just going to take that thing. I'm gonna go ahead. We'll preload it here. Get our contracts. Hoorah! Ammunition convoy. There we are. That's the one we're gonna take. We'll negotiate it up. Honestly, that's the right balance right there. If I go down anymore, I only get one piece of I only get to select one piece of salvage, and I really like to be able to select two. The extra 50,000, I can take it or leave it. Adding 123 and being able to select two pieces of salvage, that sounds like it's right for me. I'm going to take the same the same crew, the same mechs, the same tonnage. We got basically two things to drop tonnage, 175 tons. We're going to be really well equipped to take on this mission. I'm going to go ahead and deploy. And like I said, guys, thanks so much for coming on and watching. The next episode up soon here. I'm going to try to keep these things coming on a daily basis. Again, welcome to the channel. It's brand new. I'm just starting it out. I'm going to be doing a lot of strategizing, a little bit of PlayStation on the side just for fun. I'll oftentimes stream those, but hey, I really, really appreciate it. And once can, if you want to follow my work, much appreciated. This is something I do on the side. It's just so enjoyable for me sharing time. And so I'm passionate about it, and I hope you guys are too. So thanks so much for coming again. Welcome back, and I'll see you next time.